with the dew-kissed blades, the moon's reflection shimmering in the pools they formed. The river whispered her name, a gentle reprieve from the jeers that still echoed in her mind. The Lorelei mermaid, ever vigilant, had felt her pain and emerged from the water, her yellow tail leaving a trail of luminescence behind her. She approached with caution, her eyes filled with empathy, and offered Scarlet a seashell filled with a soft, soothing melody that seemed to wash away the hurt. As Scarlet wiped her eyes and looked up, she saw not the monster they painted her to be, but a creature of kindness, a beacon of understanding in the vast sea of her loneliness. With a gentle smile, she took the shell and held it to her ear, allowing the melody to fill her soul once more. The bond between them grew stronger than ever, a silent promise to stand together against the storm of ignorance and fear that the village had become. The villagers, having witnessed the uncanny friendship between Scarlet and the Lorelei mermaid from a safe distance, grew increasingly uneasy. Their whispers of fear evolved into shouts of warning, and soon, a cacophony of dissent echoed through the lush jungles that surrounded the river. They believed that the creature had bewitched the girl, turning her heart to the darkness that lay beneath the river's surface. The village elder, a wise old man named Marlin, called for a gathering at the heart of the village, a place where the ancestral fires burned eternally. His voice, deep and resonant, carried the weight of generations as he spoke of the prophecy that foretold a union between a human child and a creature of the night, a bond that could either save the island from an ancient curse or doom it to a future of perpetual storms. Marlin knew that the villagers' fears were founded on the whispers of the river's tumultuous past, and his own heart was torn between his duty to protect the village and his burgeoning understanding of the unique bond that had formed between the girl and the mermaid. As the villagers gathered, their eyes aglow with the flickering firelight, Scarlet stepped forward, her chin held high, the moonstone necklace a beacon of her conviction. In a clear, steady voice that belied her young years, she spoke of the kindness and wisdom the Lorelei mermaid had shared with her, of the peace they had brought to the river's troubled waters. Her words fell on deaf ears, though, as the villagers' fear had grown too great, their hearts too clouded by the legends that painted the mermaid as a harbinger of doom. They demanded the girl be banished from the village, lest she bring the wrath of the river's spirit down upon them all. But as the words of accusation and rejection rained down upon her, Scarlet felt the river's power surge through her veins, a force that could not be denied. With a strength born of the deepest friendship, she called out to her mermaid ally, her voice a clear note that pierced the air like the cry of a distant seagull. The Lorelei mermaid emerged from the water, her tail a fiery crescent, her eyes alight with the same determination that burned in Scarlet's soul. Together, the unlikely duo stood before the villagers, the river's whisper swelling to a crescendo as they prepared to face the storm of prejudice that threatened to engulf them. The villagers recoiled at the sight of the Lorelei mermaid, their eyes wide with terror as they took in her dark beauty and the fiery intensity of her gaze. But Scarlet, unwavering in her conviction, stepped closer to the creature, her hand outstretched in a silent plea for understanding. The mermaid took Scarlet's hand, and the river's whispers grew to a roar, the water rising and swirling around them as the villagers watched, transfixed by the unearthly power that seemed to pulse from their joined palms. The river's surface grew calm, the moon's reflection becoming a mirror that revealed the truth of their hearts to all who bore witness. The mermaid spoke then, her voice a melody that soothed the very air, sharing a story of a curse placed upon her kind by a vengeful sorcerer long ago. The curse had twisted their gentle spirits, forcing them to take the lives of those who ventured too close to their domain. But the bond formed with Scarlet had begun to break the enchantment, revealing the light that had always dwelt within. Her eyes, once pockets of cerulean fire, now glowed with the soft warmth of dawn, and her tail lost its fiery hue, returning to the deep, tranquil black of a peaceful night. The villagers, their hearts touched by the mermaid's tale, fell silent, the flames of their torches flickering in the sudden stillness. Slowly, they lowered their weapons, their suspicion replaced by wonder and a dawning empathy. The bond between Scarlet and the Lorelei mermaid had not only brought peace to the river, but had also pierced the veil of fear that had separated the villagers from the mystical world that lay just beneath the surface of their own reality. With the curse lifted, the river once again flowed with the gentle caress of friendship and understanding, and Scarlet's voice, now a symbol of hope, continued to echo through the night, a beacon to all who dared to seek beyond the shadows. The villagers, their hearts now open to the possibility of a newfound alliance, approached the river's edge with trepidation, their eyes reflecting the soft glow of the moonstone necklace that hung around Scarlet's neck. Marlin, the elder, stepped forward, his hand outstretched to the mermaid in a gesture of peace. "We have lived in the shadow of fear for too long," he said, his voice quivering with emotion. "If this child can find friendship in your heart, then so too can we, the people of this island, find kinship in the waters you call home." The mermaid's smile grew brighter, her eyes shimmering with unshed tears. She spoke of an ancient pact, long forgotten, between her ancestors and the humans who had once revered them as guardians of the river. The pact had been broken by greed and misunderstanding, but with Scarlet's pure heart as the catalyst, the mermaids could once again share their magic with the villagers. In exchange for their protection and respect, the mermaids would guide them to bountiful fishing grounds, protect them from the wrath of the sea, and teach them the secrets of the river's healing properties. The villagers, moved by the mermaid's words, nodded in unison, pledging to honor this newfound friendship. Thus began an era of peace and prosperity in the village, where children played alongside the river without fear, and the Lorelei mermaid, now known as the Moonlit Guardian, became a symbol of unity and hope. Each night, Scarlet and her mermaid friend would meet at the water's edge, their laughter dancing on the waves as they shared the day's tales. Their friendship grew stronger, a beacon that pierced the dark veil of ignorance and illuminated the path to a brighter tomorrow. The villagers watched in awe as the river flourished, and their lives grew richer with the wisdom and protection of their mysterious ally. And as the moon waxed and waned, so too did their hearts, forever bound to the rhythmic pulse of the waters that whispered the enduring story of the little girl who had dared to see beyond the darkness and embrace the enchanting spirit of the night. In the heart of the river, the legend comes alive as Scarlet and the Moonlit Guardian continued to weave their melodies of friendship into the fabric of the village's nights. With each shared smile and whispered secret, the bond between them grew stronger, and the once feared Lorelei mermaid became the heart of the community's folklore, a symbol of courage and unity. Together, they danced in the moonlit waters, their laughter echoing through the jungle as the river swelled with joy. The villagers gathered at the river's edge, their eyes reflecting the warmth of the mermaid's glow, and their hearts swelling with the harmony of their shared destiny. The whispers of fear were replaced by the sweet symphony of understanding, and the river's currents flowed with the promise of a future where darkness and light walked hand in hand, forever bound by the unyielding power of love and acceptance. As the night grew old and the stars began to fade, the mermaid's yellow tail flickered one last time before she disappeared beneath the surface, leaving behind a trail of shimmering stardust that painted the water's surface with a gentle goodbye. Scarlet stood on the riverbank, her eyes reflecting the same cerulean fire that now burned within her heart, knowing that the heart of the river would forever hold the essence of their friendship, a testament to the magic that could be found in the most unexpected of places. With the first light of dawn, the village of Marlin awoke to a new day, their lives forever changed by the enchanting tale of the girl and the creature of the night who had brought the light of understanding to the shores of their island home. "Her voice will call you, but will you answer?"